A warm welcome to you here on TV News Hour, this hour on TV Sapiencia. The top stories today. The Nigerian Railway Corporation says the federal government has begun reconstruction and rehabilitation of the Eastern Railway Corridor. U.S. President Donald Trump will welcome 5 African leaders to a White House launch this Wednesday, with commerce and trade expected to feature prominently amongst a mixed bag of potential agenda items. And in sport, Paris Saint-Germain coach Luis Enrique described Wednesday Club World Cup semi-final showdown between the European champions and Real Madrid as a special game. It is a lovely time to be here. My name is Chioma Vichwemeka. Thank you so much for joining us. Now on the news in full. The Nigerian Railway Corporation says the federal government has begun reconstruction and rehabilitation of the Eastern Railway Corridor. The Railway District Manager, Eastern District Enugu, Mr. Victor Adamu, said this while responding to a national survey conducted by newsmen on abandonment of railway lines in the country. In Enugu on Wednesday, Adamu said that the rehabilitation and reconstruction of the narrow gauge tracks had commenced from Port Harcourt, River State, to Aba in Abia State. According to him, the narrow gauge traversed the Eastern District from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri, Borno State, and other parts of Nigeria. He also acknowledged that there was a suspension of work from Aba in Omahia down to Enugu. We are following up on the story, and we will keep updating you. Away from that, the federal government on Tuesday released the June 2025 salaries of lecturers and other tertiary institutions-based workers. Following the release of salaries, branches of the Academic Staff Union of Universities wrote to their members to resume work. Recall that chapters of the union across certain federal universities had declared a no-pay, no-work policy, following what they described as consistent delay in payment of monthly salaries over 5 months. The delay was attributed to the migration of academics from the IPPIS platform to the GIFMIS, that's GIFMIS platform, by the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. The branch chairperson at the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, Dr. Haruna Angulu, noted that the members had resumed following the payout and payment of the June 2025 salaries. The United States Department of State has announced an update to its non-immigrant visa policy for Nigerian citizens. According to a press release issued by the U.S. Embassy in Abuja on Tuesday yesterday, most non-immigrant and non-diplomatic visas issued to citizens of Nigeria will be single-entry visas with a 3-month validity period. The new visa restrictions take immediate effect. However, the embassy clarified that those U.S. non-immigrant visas issued before July 8, 2025 will retain their status and validity. The statement emphasized that the move was part of the department's global visa reciprocity process, which the embassy described as a continuous process and is subject to review and change at any time, such as increasing or decreasing permitted entries and duration of validity. The U.S. explained the rationale behind the policy update, noting that U.S. visa criteria and standards are designed to protect the integrity of U.S. immigration systems. United Arab Emirates, UAE, has imposed tougher entry conditions for Nigerian travelers and banned transit visa applications entirely. Travel agents confirmed this yesterday, Tuesday. According to a new directives from Dubai Immigration, Nigerians aged 18 to 45 will no longer be eligible for tourist visas unless accompanied. For those aged 45 and above, visa applicants must present a personal 6-month bank statement showing a minimum monthly balance of $10,000 or its Naira equivalent. Travel agents said the new policy is expected to drastically reduce travel from Nigeria to Dubai, that's the UAE, a top destination for business and tourism for Nigerians. Quite an interesting story. In Anambra State, the State Police Command has arrested a murder and kidnap kingpin. A release signed by the police public relations officer, Anambra State Police Command SP Tochki Kinga, stated that the arrest was a follow-up to the disturbing incident at Oko community, which records the injury to 2 persons, murder of 2 persons, and abduction of 2 others, who were later released after ransom was paid early last month at the Total Junction and Tipa Junction, respectively, all in Oko, Orumba North Local Government area of Anambra State. Now, the operatives also recovered 1 automatic pump action gun and 2 handsets. It will be recalled that the suspect in the early hours of 22nd May 2025 robbed a victim of his handset and other valuables at gunpoint in Oko, and he confessed to being an active member of the Aye Confraternity called group and currently holding a position as a lord. He also stated how they have perfected plans for the initiation ceremony and rivalry called attack yesterday, and revealed details of how him and 6 other gang members attacked Oko on 19th of June 2025. Given the information provided by the suspect, the operatives have activated plans for the arrest of other gang members aimed at dismantling the criminal network in Anambra State. Still in Anambra State, the Managing Director of the Anambra State Health Insurance Agency, ASHIA, Dr. Simeon Onyemechi, says that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has diligently discharged the pact he had with Ndi Anambra excellently well and deserves re-election. Speaking to newsmen in his office in Awka, Dr. Onyemechi revealed that Governor Soludo came at a time Ndi Anambra needed him the most, and that the decision before Ndi Anambra in the forthcoming November 8 governorship election is between light and darkness. He explained further that the governor has brought clear fiscal prudence with concrete achievements that are verifiable and visible, as well as building a great future for Ndi Anambra and their generations to come. According to the ASHIA Managing Director, Anambra electorates have to choose between a governor with uncountable and unmatchable human and infrastructural development that cuts across all the length and breadth of the state. Data released by the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board during its 2025 policy meeting on yesterday revealed that computer-based test centers in Imo and Anambra State topped the list of centers busted for finger-pairing malpractices. In total, about 19 centers were busted nationwide, with Anambra having 6, Imo with 4, Abia with 1, Edo with 1, Kano with 2 centers, and Ebonyi, Delta, Kaduna, Rivers, and Enugu with 1 center each. The Registrar of JAMB, Professor Ishakoloyede, made this known in his presentation during a meeting held with Vice Chancellors, Rectors, and Provosts, among other stakeholders in Abuja on Tuesday yesterday. He mentioned other shady practices, including impersonators making use of albinos for the purpose of image bending and remote uploads. Away from Nigeria, now we move to the United States of America, where President Donald Trump will welcome 5 African leaders to a White House lunch expected to this Wednesday, with commerce and trade expected to feature prominently amongst a mixed bag of potential agenda items. The presidents of Senegal, Liberia, Guinea-Bissau, Mauritania, and Gabon, 5 nations located along Africa's Atlantic coast, will convene at Trump's behest. Officials from the countries have told international news that they expect talks to center on trade, investment, and security, amongst other topics, as they meet in the Executive Mansion State Dining Room. But few concrete details have emerged as to the White House's intentions. The meeting comes as the Trump administration is focused on tariffs and trade deals, and as it seeks to ensure a stable supply of critical minerals. We move to sports. Paris Saint-Germain coach Luis Enrique described Wednesday's Club World Cup semi-final showdown between the European champions and Real Madrid as special, but dismissed questions over his relationship with Kylian Mbappe. Ahead of a reunion with the superstar striker, PSG came to the United States for the tournament, fresh from winning the UEFA Champions League for the first time in the season following Mbappe's departure from Real Madrid. Luis Enrique coached Mbappe during his final campaign in Paris, a turbulent year in which the France captain was initially sidelined from the team for refusing to sign a new contract and later used sparingly after making it clear he would depart. Well, that's it on the news today, from this rainy side of the world. A quick reminder of our top stories. The Nigerian Railway Corporation says the federal government has begun a reconstruction and rehabilitation of the Eastern Railway Corridor. U.S. President Donald Trump will welcome 5 African leaders to a White House launch this Wednesday, with commerce and trade expected to feature prominently amongst a mixed bag of potential agenda items. And finally, sports. Paris Saint-Germain coach Luis Enrique described Wednesday's club World Cup semi-final showdown between the European champions and Real Madrid as a special. Well, that's it on the news. Many thanks for joining us at this hour on TV Sapienza. My name is Chioma Vicchwemka. Take good care of yourself and do have a great time. Good afternoon.